Hi and welcome to the Sport of Kings end of season championship finals. Today it is Saturday the 25th of September 2021 and we're going to start with the juvenile finals, and the first race as usual is the turf sprint, which is over 5 furlong soft. Now a lot of runners, big field, 13 runners, but not too many with really obvious chances. The fancied runners are the two Black Cat Racing inmates, Della Mountain and Rebel de Dion. Also the KDS inmates, Ride the Rail and Short Run. Also Run Ricky Run. Zinc Ting also well fancied, along with Silver Sumner and Bosonon there. So let's have a look and see what happened. So, they're under starters orders and they're off. And first of all, it's Rebel de Dion first to show, ahead of Ride the Rail and Silver Sumner. Also up with a pace is Run Ricky Run. Behind those comes Stone Ocean, Rachel Wall and Short Run. Also making a little bit of ground now is Della Mountain. They're past the halfway stage. This is really fast and furious, and it is still Rebel de Dion ahead of Run Ricky Run. Also up there still is Ride the Rail. Rachel Wall making an effort, and here comes Della Mountain on the wide outside, and he is storming through, really flying at the finish, and it's Della Mountain ahead of Rebel de Dion, stablemates 1 and 2. And also stablemates Ride the Rail and Short Run for 3rd and 4th. Right, so next we go to the dirt sprint final for juveniles, and this was over 7 furlongs on good ground. Now the fancied runners in this included McNair, Let's Get Clinical. Possible favourite was Jupiter's Moon, also well fancied Ziona, Turbos and Let 'em Rip. So let's have a look and see what happened. So once again they're under starters orders and they're off. First out is Turbos, followed by Ziona and number 10, who is Pinehurst and Distinctive Zipline. Further back in the field is Power of the Bee, ahead of La Mano Negra and McNair. So they're quickening up in front, and it is still Let 'em Rip and Turbos in front. Pinehurst still there, along with Distinctive Zipline and Power of the Bee, all still in contention. They're past halfway stage now. Pack starting to close, with La Mano Negra making an effort on the outside. A lot of runners coming through now. Those up front, they're just hanging on, trying to hang on, but there's a whole host of runners coming, including Ziona, Let's Get Clinical, Jupiter's Moon and McNair. It's a blanket finish. So the judge called for a photo, and after a little studying, the winner was Ziona from True Blue Stable, ahead of McNair, KDS, Let's Get Clinical in 3rd and Jupiter's Moon in 4th. And both the winner and the 4th were carrying a penalty. Good performances from both. So next on the card we switch back to turf again, and we're looking at the classic final, which is over 1 mile on soft. Fancied runners in this were Crystal Quartz from Big Boy Steve and Kitten Called Alex from Black Cat Racing. Also well fancied were the likes of Boca Hesse in Ondian, also Changing Times, Kelsey Kitten, Omega Success. Plenty in with chances in this race. So let's have a look and see what happened. So once again we're on the starter's orders and we're off. A bit of a bunch start here, all tightly packed up, but it is number 9, Crystal Quartz, one of the really fancied runners who takes the lead, ahead of Imani Master, number 6, and Striker Barnacle. Also up with the pace, a kitten called Alex and Omega Success. Boca Hessa in Ondian is there, and also Kelsey Kitten in the early stages. So number 9 still setting the pace, running quite well in front, quite strongly ahead of Imani Master. Striker Barnacle still there, also kitten called Alex not too far off the pace. Past the halfway stage, running, turning for home now. Still, Crystal Quartz makes it all. Kitten called Alex also is really moving smoothly now. He's coming to challenge as they're racing well inside the final furlong, and Kitten called Alex takes the lead ahead of Crystal Quartz, and it's another one for Black Cat Racing. So final result, first number 8 Kitten called Alex, second number 9 Crystal Quartz, third number 5 Omega Success, and fourth number 11 Boca Sessin Ondian. Bit of a mouthful, but there you go. So now we move on to the Dirt Classic Final, which is over 1.25 mile good. Quite a few little fancied runners here. Steady to Go was quite a warm order favourite, but she was also joined by the likes of Harlan Maria, Pure Royalty, Uncle Ben, Nation of Honey, quite a few in there with chances. So let's see what happened. On the starter's orders, and they're off. And first to show is Uncle Ben, who moves into a smart little 2-length lead ahead of the likes of Wish They All Could Be and Harlan Maria. Also up with there is Pure Royalty ahead of Dalmunzi Newborn. Pre-game shows not too far off the pace and Prime Scout, but it is Uncle Ben with a very healthy 10-length lead, 10 to 12-length lead at this early stage of the game. A cup bunched up behind, Wish They All Could Be, Harlan Maria and Pure Royalty. Also pre-game show still there, along with Dalmunzi Newborn and Prime Scout. Halfway stage and the pack has really closed up and past Uncle Ben. In the lead now is Wish They All Could Be ahead of Harlan Maria. Uncle Ben is still there, still battling away. Pure Royalty is there and Prime Scout a little way off the pace. Dalmunzi Newborn behind that one and Toby behind that. No sign of Sadie the Goat at this stage. And they're racing inside the final 2 furlongs. 2 definite packs. One trying to hold on and one trying to close. And it is Harlan Marie who takes the lead. Harlan Maria, a length clear, running up towards the line. Harlan Maria wins it from Uncle Ben, who stayed on really well, Pure Royalty, and favourite Sadie the Goat, who made quite a lot of late progress to finish 4th. So we now move on to the Juvenile Champions Cup turf stayers, which is over 1.5 miles on soft. Now, well fancied for this was a newcomer stable 86962 with Caroline's Saturn, who's having a tremendous season already, and this is a chance for a first success. Also well fancied Bowls Warriors, Bow Soldier Bonga, also Twisting Helen, Douglas Power, Douglas in Malibu, the 2 Black Cat Racing inmates, Powerful Churchill, deserves a mention, and Bonnie also was very strongly fancied. So let's have a look and see what happened. On the starter's orders, and they're off for this 1.5 mile trip on soft going. First to show, it looks like Anne Bonny from the Rayleigh Downs stable. He's got a little lead, but the field is tightly packed. Just behind is Hats Off the Cat and Douglas Power, ahead of Caroline Saturn and Classically Famous. Also up there, Twisting Helen and Bow Soldier Bunga. These are the leading group. Golden Nuggets, not too far off the pace, also Powerful Churchill. They're quite tightly grouped at this stage. So it is still Anne Bonny showing the way. It's about a length clear of Hats of the Cat and Douglas Power, Caroline Saturn. Not too far off the pace, about 5-6 lengths behind. So approaching the halfway stage, still no change up front. Still Anne Bonny showing the way. Hats of the Cat is still there along with Douglas Power and Caroline Saturn. Classically Famous also there with Twisting Helen, and Golden Nuggets trying to make a run, trying to improve from the back. But it's still Anne Bonny as we turn for home. Just a couple of furlongs still to go. She's showing the way, 2-3 lengths clear, but now moving through is Caroline Saturn. She's moving very smoothly, eases to the front. Also finishing well is number 3 Golden Nuggets, Classically Famous also there, and that's the final result. First, number 6 Caroline Saturn, second number 1 Classically Famous. Anne Bonny did well, held on for third. Golden Nuggets and Bow Soldier Bunga looks like they're dead heated for fourth. Interestingly, penalties were carried. Caroline Saturn had a penalty, and Golden Nugget did especially well with a double penalty. Bow Soldier Bunga also had a penalty, so it's quite showing up that the juveniles of penalty don't seem to be any bar to success. So now we have the final race of the day, which is the Dirt Stayers Marathon over 1 3/4 mile good. Now quite a few fancied runners here, the likes of Bare Knuckles, Double Malibu, Galahad, Bo Specatoz, lots of fancied runners. Straight out of Discord. So let's have a look and see what happened. So, under orders for this marathon, and away they go. First to show is number 3, which is Bow American Jazz, ahead of number 5 Goodison Park and Straight Out of Discord. Bit of a gap between the rest now. These 3 have already opened up quite a healthy lead ahead of Sadler's Colt. It could be 10-15 lengths clear at the moment. Then we have Economic Impact ahead of both Specatoz and Galahad. So a long way to go in this finale. It is 1 3/4, the second longest distance in the calendar. And at the moment it is Bow American Jazz ahead of Goodison Spark and Straight Out of Discord, who shared a donkey work up front. Further behind is Sadler's Colt, Economic Impact, both Specatoz and Manchild. Field really strung out now from last to first. It's got to be like 20-30 lengths. They're already past the halfway stage. Now we've got Straight Out of Discord trying to close up now on the leaders. It's still Bow American Jazz ahead of Goodison Spark. Then we have Straight Out of Discord, Economic Impact and Sadler's Colt, also both Specatoz and Manchild, all still there. Still plenty to pay for as we turn for home now. And up front, Bow American Jazz still shows away from Goodison Spark, but they look to be there on sufferance with Straight Out of Discord easing through to the lead now. Also coming to the run is number 1 Galahad. He is making strong progress. They're racing inside the final furlong, and it's Galahad who storms into the lead and runs away with it. Galahad going clear, 2-3 lengths clear at the line. First, number 1 Galahad. Second, number 9 Double Malibu. He ran on very strongly to take that second place. Third, number 4 was Bare Knuckles, another one who really came with a wet sail late on. And fourth was Straight Out of Discord, who stayed on just a little bit, one pace, but still got in the money. And there you have it. That's it for today. We'll be back tomorrow for the senior finals. stage. This is really fast and furious, and it is still Rebel the Dion ahead of Run Ricky Run. Also up there still is Ride the Rail. Rachel Wall making an effort, and here comes Stella Mountain on the wide outside, and he is storming through, really flying. And starting to close with Lamano Negra making an effort on the outside. A lot of runners coming through now. Those up front, they're just hanging on, trying to hang on, but there's a whole host of runners coming, including Ziona. Let's get Clinical, Jupiter's Moon, and Magnear. It's a whole now. Still, Crystal Quartz makes it all. Kitten called Alex also is really moving smoothly now. He's coming to challenge as they're racing well inside the final furlong. And Kitten called Alex takes the lead. No sign of Sadie the Goat at this stage. And they're racing inside the final 2 furlongs. 2 definite packs. One trying to hold on and one trying to close. And it is Harlan Marie who takes the lead. Harlan Marie, a length clear, running a whole water line. A couple of furlongs still to go. She's showing the way, 2 to 3 lengths clear. But now moving through is Caroline Saturn. She's moving very smoothly, eases to the front. Also finishing well is number 3 Golden Nuggets. Classical Famous also there. Both Speck and Toss and Manchild all still there. Still plenty to pay for as we turn for home now. And up front, Bow American Jazz still shows away from Goodison Spark, but they look to be there on sufferance with Straight Out of Discord easing through to the lead now. Also coming to the run is number 1 Galahad. He's making strong progress. They're racing inside the final furlong, and it's Galahad who storms into the lead and runs away with it.